I recently watched and quite enjoyed Disney Princess Stories Volume 1, which was just as well because I'd bought the three DVDs for the three volumes and quite quickly watched Volume 2, Tales of Friendship, and I have to say it's pretty decent. This was released in 2005. It's directed by Rob LaDuca, Jamie Mitchell, and Kazuo Terada, and we have a voice cast including Jodi Benson as Ariel, Carolyn Gardner as Snow White, and Linda Larkin as Jasmine. And I was looking forward to this one because I really liked the overarching theme, Tales of Friendship. I thought that was a fantastic concept for the stories to address, and it was okay. So as I did with Volume 1, I will talk very briefly about the three stories and the animation quality, and that means there will be some spoilers, but I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail. The first story is Love at First Sprite, which is a Jasmine and Aladdin story. And these little sprites are causing chaos. And it's not a bad story. For me, it didn't really feel like an Aladdin story, but the main characters were all there, so at the same time, it kind of did. The animation quality is absolutely fine. I think we have some good messages in this one. And I preferred it to the Jasmine story of the previous volume. I've mentioned before I'm not a huge Aladdin fan. I like certain scenes. There are certain scenes in the Aladdin films that I love, but the overarching narratives I'm not that bothered about. And the first Jasmine story, or the Jasmine story in the first volume, I didn't really care for. But this one was not too bad. It's about 25 minutes, and I'd say it held my attention throughout. Good story, decent animation, good voice acting, no real complaints. We also have Snow White in the dinner dance, which is actually my favourite story in this one, and Dopey is helping her prepare dinner. That's a lovely act of friendship. Dopey is absolutely adorable. Dopey is by far my favourite of the seven dwarfs. We have a really nice story. We have some really lovely animation. It's very soft and gentle. It's very sweet. Dopey is adorable. The story is very nice. I liked it. The animation's good. The narrative is good. I have no complaints at all. And as a Snow White fan, I thought it was quite sweet. And then we come to Ariel's story, which is Ariel's Treasures, with her friend Gabriella. And obviously, there's the friendship aspect, and Ursula is causing problems. And in general, the story is fine. The animation is okay, but there were some aspects that were not very well done. There were I was going to say certain shots of Gabriella, certain animations of Gabriella that just didn't look very good, and some other aspects here and there were not great. Not terrible, but certainly not great. So the quality there isn't where I think it should be. But that aside, it works well enough. Ariel's absolutely fine as a character, and I don't have any real complaints. This story was about 20 minutes. The Snow White story is actually the shortest of the three. Ariel's is, I think, just a little bit shorter than the Jasmine story. And it flows well enough. The animation is fine for the most part. Gabrielle is a likable character. Obviously, Ursula is absolutely brilliant. So it's fine. And all three do look at different aspects of friendship and what being kind to somebody means and what friendship means and helping somebody out. So I think it addresses some really solid topics. But in general, I think the Snow White one is the only one that I really, really enjoyed. I'd say the Jasmine and Ariel stories I liked an equal amount, but the animation for the Jasmine one was significantly stronger. So if I were to rank them, I don't think I did this with Volume 1, but I'll certainly do it with Volume 3 if I remember. To rank them, Snow White story, absolutely the best. Then Jasmine's, just because the animation quality is a bit better, and then Ariel's, because it's just not quite as good. But nevertheless, if you're a Disney Princess fan, then I'd say Disney Princess Volume 2, Tales of Friendship, is definitely worth watching. I thoroughly recommend the first one as well, and I'm looking forward to watching Volume 3.